to episode 2 of Getting Social, and boy, do we have a show for you today. I have the pleasure of interviewing Celine Joyce. I'm not gonna even say what she does. Trust me, you'll have to watch or listen to find out for yourself. But she did name this episode Energy for Humanity. So without further ado, it's time to get social. So I'm going to ask you a question. I guess it really fits well in today's times. So using that skill that you have, what would you say to those entrepreneurs that are looking to pivot in some way? Because obviously we all have to make changes. I'm thinking it's going to be long-term changes. Some people, maybe hope it's short-term. And what would you say right now if I'm your client and saying, Celine, I'm lost. I want to know where I can readjust and pivot my business?
Yes, so I would say that you have to go back to your authenticity, the reason why you are doing it, and the reason why you enjoyed what you do every day. It has to have a meaning. How can my business impact even more people in the world? So then I will go out of the borders. I will go further in terms of geographically. I will then try to make your business online, because this is what is happening right now. Okay, this is a question. It's a very deep question. Why? Because we are moving from an old paradigm to a new paradigm. So it's not a change for few weeks or few months what is happening here. It's a change forever. This is it, because this is what I teach people. For the last few years, I'm preparing people, reconnecting to authenticity and what they can create from themselves, from their creativity, in order to survive in this new paradigm. Because in this new paradigm, if you are working, thinking, if you are moving, doing things at the old paradigm, then you will be a modern slave even more than you were before. Because what is going to happen is that in this new paradigm, if you don't know how to make money from yourself, then you will be a slave for someone else with optimization of technology and high resolution, high innovation. So it's going to be what we call transhumanization. 2 years ago, I met someone when I was traveling to Morocco, and this guy was working very closely for our French president. And I told him, you know what? I see that Europe, in a few months or in a few years, they're going to be destroyed. It's going to be the end of Europe.
You said that?
I said that.
Okay.
So everything is falling apart. Everything will fall apart. Everything will fall down. And this is going to be Europe in a few years. And people, they don't see that coming.
But why do you think it's going to fall apart in a couple of years? Specifically Europe.
Okay, because first of all, because I receive information from my channeling and my gifts, and I can see and I can go in the past life, I can go past, present, and future. And this is what I teach. Probability of something can happen, but it's not a fatality. So everything and everyone can change his behavior. And he can change the way of doing things to not go to this fatality where the human race will be destroyed. That's what I feel. And I think destroying by not having feelings and emotion, not be connected to our heart, and just doing a day-to-day job where you're getting involved in terms of a robot, like with no emotion. Why I'm saying that is falling apart? Because we can see, for example, in Europe, you've got more and more homeless people. You've got more and more people that they're suffering from poverty. So you can see that we are getting in the future more and more, and we can see also a lot of different types of jobs disappearing because the technology is replacing the people.
Yeah.
So when for example you call up for a pizza to be delivered to your place, the delivery will be automatized with robots.
Not only the delivery, but I think even the making of the pizza, because it's already automatic. Sauce or whatever, cheese, boom, 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 and then the robot delivers it to you.
Yes. So, for example, when you go now to buy your food, then you don't need someone. You scan yourself. You scan your product.
Yeah.
You do it yourself.
Yeah.
When you go to a bank, you have machines more than human now.
Yeah.
So the robot is replacing the people. So this is high technology. And do we stop the technology in order to not replace people? Or do we accept the evolution of the technology? But what do we do with people? What do we do with the old people we are replacing by robots?
So you're saying that the reason why everything will fall apart is because of the advancements in technology and how, basically we're going to be like they predict in the sci-fi movies and the books that, it's going to be basically humans versus robots and robots are going to win.
I'm not saying robot is going to win, otherwise I would have killed myself and go somewhere else than not in Earth.
Yeah.
So everything I'm doing right now is for a reason. It's for a purpose. It's to basically awake the people that they will hear my message. It's to reconnect the people to their soul and to their blueprint DNA by being capable to create something from their heart and from they are supposed to do and from what they can do easily, but they don't maybe know yet. I told the guy when I was in Morocco, I said, you know what? The Europe of tomorrow is the China from today.
So in China, apparently your credit score is not only based on your financial habits. Your credit score is also how you treat people. So they actually monitor everything you do. They have cameras everywhere. If you run a red light or a stoplight or a stop sign, if you forget to bring in your trash can, those will count against your credit score. And that's more of like a, social score.
Yeah.
Have you heard about that?
Yes, I've heard about that. I even heard that sometimes you cannot get into certain places because of your social score.
Ah.
And people can rate you. So people around you, they can rate you.
Wow.
The way you behave and everything, I've heard about that. And someone told me about that, and apparently it's, I think, because I even read an article saying that you can getting back your points. It's also based in the way you are paying your invoices, if you are late, if you are on time and everything.
That is actually the base of, your credit score.
Yeah.
But now they've expanded it.
My question to that is, humanity, are they going to wake up? Like, if I tell you what I see in the future that it could be possible, you will then cry.
Well, can you make us cry?
Well, no.
It would definitely help my ratings.
Well, but certain things. Okay, for example, if I introduce who I am and what I do.
Mm-hmm. Let's do that. Let's start from number one.
Because there is
tell us your name and what you do. Welcome to the show.
Well, actually, the background of my Zoom is really it's an image of what I teach people about multidimensionality.
While you do that, while you talk, I'm gonna change my background. Go ahead.
Okay, so right now what I do is I created two different communities. The first community I created is with everyone in the public. And now you're getting on the show.
Yeah, I'm on the show.
So I created two communities. And the first community is about the personal transformation. So basically, it's like, there is something more into you, into yourself. You know that there is something you are not using your own full potential. And what I do with people, I reconnect them to their soul, which means that what is your essence? What is your color when you come on earth? And how to connect with your multi-potentials. So is basically, I teach people that they are like computers. When they come on earth, they came as a software with a lot of information. And in the society we are living in, we are not teach regarding the software that came on earth and what is in that software. So in that software, you've got a lot of different coding from your DNA, okay? And I've got capacities, I've got special tools that I was born with and I reactivate. And now I reactivate people through activating your blueprint DNA. So basically, with kind of coding through different languages, from different vibration and sounds, I'm making a deprogrammation, or an activating programmation that is keeping into yourself. It's inside of yourself, but it's right now it's silent or you're not using it. So I activate DNA from people and I explain and teach people how you can connect to your heart, connect it to your soul, activating your creativity, which then will higher up your vibration, and then you will then be awake and more conscious about your present time. And you then will be able to activate synchronicity into your life and activate the results of everything you put into action. So
wow.
It's a kind of a law of attraction, but I'm not talking about it. I'm doing it. That's the big difference.
That's amazing. And I love that. So basically what you do is almost like, when you get those notifications on your phone about a software update. So you do that for human beings, right?
Yeah, so I love because I did a master degree in international marketing and business. So I will go back to that after. But the lady in my master degree, she was saying, you are like a product manager. So you can see from a product what type of image, colors, what could be the packaging, what price, what name. So you're like a product manager into launch a product on the market and basically selling it, And basically what I'm more like a product manager for humans.
For humans, yeah.
From who you are, you will then raise your vibration, reconnect to your emotion, reconnect to your art and creativity. But once you get back on your 2 feet and you're feeling good and taking your place and your seat in that world in 3D, then if you are ready, you go to my second community. And the second community is only for becoming an entrepreneur or leader, or you are already an entrepreneur and leader. And I will teach you how to make yourself a product.
Okay, let me stop you 1 second. So you have two communities. The first part is elevate your vibration, basically a system reprogrammation, if you want to call it that way. And once that vibration has hit, I guess, its peak, now they turn into leaders, entrepreneurs, and you help them reach their full potential. That's accurate?
I design a business based on their soul.
You design a business. So it's basically a new venture based on what you found.
Based on who you deeply are that you haven't seen.
Really?
All the different faces of yourself could be infusion together to create a new type of business with new type of way of doing this business in different domains and sector.
This is amazing. Okay, can you give us an idea or an example of a business that was unique to this specific person's vibrations?
Yes. So first of all, I would like to say that I started the Leaders Entrepreneurs program for 7-10 months. I started with 12 months for the first promotion last year. Mm-hmm. I had 40 ladies that I was mentoring. So some of them, they were entrepreneurs. Some of them, they were not entrepreneurs. So I took these 40 ladies and I teach them how to make money from who they are. But for some of them, it wasn't clear where they wanted to go. So one of them, I have this example for you if you want. She was working into an hospital and she was manager in an hospital. Mm-hmm. Once she came in front of me, I told her, you know what you're going to sell? You're going to sell kit with decoration for birthday for kids. She was like, what? I said, your passion, your hobbies, what you are capable to do very easily is to create a full party for kids for their birthday based on a cartoon, based on their favorite cosmic personality or cosmic personage, based on what they really like. And you are a kind of birthday events designer for kids. And she looked at me. She was very surprised. And I said, but you probably have done it before. And she said, well, I have 3 kids. And basically, every birthday, I do the decoration. I create things. I love doing that.
And she's passionate about doing that exact activity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
Because the way I work with people is like, don't tell me you think you are. I will tell you the truth about who you are.
Wow.
So she was like, oh my God, I don't know the how to do that, how to get that, how to make that happen. And I said, well, I did the processes, I did a methodology to get you running, to get you started. Mm-hmm. So I basically make her authorize herself to become this type of entrepreneur with this type of activity. So basically, she has to rebirth in another way. And she has to have confidence into herself. She has to trust herself. So then I allow her to basically make her understand and authorizing herself to become this type of entrepreneur and to believe in it, to get the face of herself, to get the face of who she is. So then after 7 months that she was coached and she was mentoring by me through my group, and she went to my seminars, also special seminars for leaders and entrepreneurs. Then she started her activities by starting with a client. The client, she was like in the south of France. She was living close to Paris. But she asked the client, what your kids like, what type of personality, comics, cartoon, cinema, film, movies, whatever. And then she started to imagine decoration for the event. And she told me, I couldn't believe it because I started in the evening. And during this evening, I was having a lot of creativity and ideas, and I was doing all the decoration homemade. I mean, self-made.
Mm-hmm.
So she was not going to buy things. She was creating all the decoration by herself.
Which is what she's passionate about in the first place.
Yeah, but she loved it at the first place, but she was not even doing this way. As she found out that she could also creating the materials.
Mm-hmm.
She was not going to buy the material. She was creating the material of the decoration for this event.
Now that we're facing this pandemic, we're facing probably a crisis that will forever change the way we communicate, the way we socialize, the way we do business. What do you see in myself, if you're able to do that? I don't know, through Zoom or through this black hole you have behind you. And what do you think? What do you see me doing? Or my shift into something new, or tell me what you see.
So basically, based on who you are a people person. You like to link with people. It means that you will then go to your artistic part. Go back to your artistic part again, but through a different colors. If you have done it before, you will do it this time in a different way. And then you won't do it in only one way. You will do it in a multiple ways, which means that, for example, it's getting social.
Yeah, getting social.
Getting social. It's amazing how it's really suited you.
Mm-hmm.
Because getting social means I will then say something to a group of people that they really hear my message based on who I am and my values. Because you're doing with your heart. You're not doing it for a reason that it's conscious yet. But your unconscious is more conscious than your conscious.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
About what you are doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it means that your brain is seeing a part of what you are doing for a reason, but the reason is much bigger than you think.
Mm.
And this is what you're gonna see through your experimental side of you. So the actions that you're gonna make will show you that the reason why you did start was very small compared to what you are going to put in place. Because what you did with getting social is really aligned with your type of personality. So what I do right now is I'm doing an energy print of what you are. Because your type of soul and your type of energy is brand new for this 3D world.
Mm-hmm.
So your soul came here to teach a new way of seeing things. And that's what you're going to do. I see people as a computer, really.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
I'm working as a Mac with these several tasks and several way of doing things. And people think I'm not focusing on one subject and I could be better off something doing only one by one. This is not true. So what you are telling me is like, Celine, I am, is like me saying I am a Mac and I try to force and push myself to be a PC. No, this is not possible at all. Most of the people will look at you like weird because they will tell you this is the way we do. This way of doing things is over. You are not functioning as a human being with your left side of your brain. You are a right side brain being. And the way you function is with multiple tasks and subjects. Now, what you could do is checking your energy and feel, okay, today, what is the way how I feel, And then, because I'm feeling this way today, I am more a writer for my book, that I am a Salesforce specialist to organize my team. So then, depending on my daytime, depending on what I'm living in the present time, then I decide to go through this reading and writing my book, because this is who I am today.
Wow, this is something that you're so accurate. This is how I feel almost every day, literally. Like, I'm like, today I feel like this is what I could be doing the entire day if I want to, because that's what I feel like I could excel in the best.
That's what you have to do. And then for the 3 hours of your time, you will be then even more focused than someone is focusing only on one subject, because your system is working this way. So basically, oh my God, this is very deep now.
Yeah.
The people I teach, the people I mentor, the people I say, you will be an inspirational leader naturally with what you're going to share from your heart to people. For me, a leader, it means to lead someone, okay? So being a leader is because other people come to you and they follow you, so you become a leader. For the new paradigm where we are getting in now.
Yeah.
The old definition of being a leader is like, I decide to be a leader and I will manipulate people and do some tricks and strategy to be the best one, here at the top. And I don't want anyone to come at the top.
Mm-hmm.
That's the old version of a leader.
Yeah, that's not the good version.
It's not a good version. So why am I saying that now? Yeah, so basically, the people I guide, the people I mentor, I'll tell them, I will show you the way of being a natural, authentic, spontaneous leader and entrepreneur, and how you're going to make millions, hopefully, from who you are. So I did my A-level and I did a master degree into business and marketing, international business and marketing. And I started my career in London. I worked for an American company called Bizrate Shopzilla, which was, I guess, I don't know if they are still yet on live, but it's a shopping search engine. And in 6 years, I developed the French market, the US, the UK market, and the German market. So I became a sales director with a lot of money, a lot of responsibilities, dealing with a very high brand through the online marketing world, but also through the different franchises in these 3 countries. By the society, I was seen like someone with success, money, with everything at 30 years old. Deeply inside of me, I knew something else will happen, but I don't know what. I knew that I was here for a reason, or I was here for a purpose of things. I didn't know what purpose, what reason. I felt something will happen. I traveled the world. I went to Egypt, Jordania, Israel. I went to many, many countries in Europe, 40 countries in total. And I had many, many synchronicities showing me that there is something more than what I can see from my eyes, beyond the 3D. I couldn't understand it, or I couldn't believe it. So I carry on my way, looking after what I'm supposed to do, which I didn't know.
Yeah.
That I'm sure I'm saying that talking about myself, but the people that they are watching, they will watch because of your energy and because of my energy. So there are people that they are mirroring to us.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying from who I am is not talking about me, but it's making people understand their past right now.
I know, absolutely. I think what you're talking about is super eye-opening. I think it's been super interesting so far in everything that you shared with us. I've always had great conversations with you, and this is by far the best one.
So what happened? In 2012, I felt that I died. In 2 months, I had lost everything. My boyfriend, my house. I changed the country I was living in. I lost everything, even my health. I was not in good condition. I was feeling really, really deeply bad. It's like I had a switch off and I had a switch on again, but like I couldn't even understand how I did my past so far in life. How I did speak another languages, how I did speak German, how I did learn at school. It's like a reset.
Mm-hmm.
It's like what we call,
the software update for you, I guess.
A big time software update.
Yeah.
And this is an analogy that I'm using with my clients. You come to me as an iPhone and you are on iPhone 6, you're getting an update. This is exactly what I do.
Yeah.
This is exactly it. Because I will press and push certain buttons and activate some codes into you that you won't understand the how, but then it will work for results. And that's what is important. Spirituality is not above your head. Spirituality is in fusion with the materiality, with the material world. And you're getting activated and your life changed. You didn't even understand how, because we're just changing your programmation. So I built it up all my life to have something, to be this sales director, to have this boyfriend in the beautiful night duplex in London. Having pretty clothing, pretty shoes, going everywhere I wanted, traveling in the world and making this all in authentic life. This is just a social mask. This is just an answer of what the society wanted me to play the game of the 3D world. But what you are deeply inside is stronger than the 3D game. Mm-hmm. The universe and energy everywhere is stronger than anything else. So what happened? They take off my social mask. They take off everything that was not in my control. Everything. My boyfriend is not in my control. The people I'm working with, they are not in my control. The house, my health, a lot of things are not in my control. So I have been building everything outside of me. What did I have inside of me? I told you, inside I felt empty. So if you are doing good in maths, if you do empty plus empty equal empty. Mm-hmm. That's what is going to. That's what is happening for a lot of people now when I'm talking to you in this period of time with the coronavirus.
How so? Explain that a little bit more.
What is happening now? From our outside, it's above our control. Mm-hmm. It's not in our control what's going on now.
Yeah.
So we are living a period of time where we cannot change what is happening right now in terms of this virus. we can only react to it.
Mm-hmm.
And react in the best way we could in order to survive. So what is happening now, it's an awakening time for the entire world, going through a new paradigm. All the people that they don't want to go into this new paradigm, all the people that they want to stabilize with the old paradigm, all the people that they refuse to change, all the people that they will maintain their superficiality. That's all the people that they won't be able to make a move. You cannot not accept the movement and the evolution. What I'm meaning right now, asking people to stay at home and not moving, if you build up your social mask and your life was based on what you have, what you possess, what your title, man, what do you have today then at home? Nothing. You are nothing. You're feeling like a piece of shit at home. Wow. Because you cannot shine in front of anybody anymore. Because we don't care about your title anymore. You cannot shine with your beautiful car. Because you cannot even drive your car right now. You cannot, do you understand? He's having a life based on what you possess and not what you have. So you're feeling like a piece of shit in your home place because what you used to show and what you think you wear and what you think you have, this is not making any change right now into your life.
Oof, I love this a lot. This is so true. Now we feel like we're all on the same playing field. But if you had like a last piece of advice for society as a whole, especially in those times, what would that advice be?
Everyone should then think that he is important for the future of this planet. And everyone has to find himself and take his own seat on the bus. Taking your responsibility, finding yourself, reconnect to yourself, find a purpose in your life, and be responsible for the future of yourself and for the future for this world. That's what I would like to say.
Very nicely said, Celine. It was a big pleasure to have you on Getting Social. So thank you for being a part of the show. I hope to talk to you again soon. I hope to bring you back to Getting Social again, and I want to be on Celine Joyce TV also, and find a way to do something special again. So thank you again, and have a great rest of the night.
Thank you so much, and that would be a pleasure for me to come back in order to talk about everyone through the multidimensional world.
Yes.
We exist in 3D, but we do exist in 5D. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Celine. Appreciate that.